graduated from college and got our first apartment, we were on such a strict budget. This is one of the dinners that we would make a lot because it reheats well and it also makes a lot for not a lot of money. These are burger bowls and it cost me $13.70 for all the ingredients. Let me show you how I did it. Starting out with a 5-pound bag of potatoes. I went grocery shopping at Aldi, so the prices that I'm giving you are gonna correlate with Aldi. For this 5-pound bag of yellow potatoes, it was $4.49. I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees and I'm just gonna go ahead and start by cubing my potatoes. To my potatoes, I'm adding just a couple of tablespoons of oil. Whatever you have on hand will work. For seasonings, keeping it super simple with some salt, some pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. And you could use onion powder as well. I just like to use these. When doing these meals, I never add in spices or oils to the grand totals. But what I will say is if you don't already have salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder on hand, Walmart and Aldi both have a great selection of spices. Usually they're ranging between like 99 cents to $1.20, I wanna say, for a bottle. My oven set to 400 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these in because these are gonna get started cooking and we're gonna work on our beef. I've got 1 white onion here. Now at my Aldi, onions only come in a 6-pack and it's $2.99 for a pack of 6. So 1 onion, 50 cents. For my beef, I'm gonna be using 1 pound of 85/15. This just happens to be organic. I don't always get organic, but Aldi always has really great prices on organic. So for 1 pound of beef, it was $5.49. I'm gonna brown my beef and I'm just gonna be adding in a little bit of salt and pepper. Once the meat is about 75% of the way cooked, adding in my onion. All right, the meat is done, so I'm gonna shut it off. And no, I'm not draining that, but if you would like to, you could drain it. Potatoes get a head start baking at 400 for 20 minutes, and now we're gonna go in with some cheese and assemble the whole thing. This is a 12-ounce bag of shredded cheese. You can use whatever kind you have. I'm just using our favorite. So I'm gonna add in half of it to the potatoes. And then I'm gonna mix that in. That way the cheese gets all covered and mixed with the potatoes. On top of the cheesy potatoes, I'm gonna spread my beef and onions and cover this with a piece of foil. And this is gonna go back into the oven, 400 for 20 minutes. 20 minutes later. And now with the rest of the cheese, sprinkling it evenly over the top. And back into the oven it goes for 10 more minutes or until the cheese on top is nice and bubbly and melted. The recipe for the sauce, half a cup of mayo, a tablespoon of mustard, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and then you get that perfect color. This makes 6 very large portions, and I drizzled that mayo sauce on top that we made. If you guys want to see more meals like this, let me know because I can make a whole series out of this.